Ein weißer Schwan ziehet den Kahn mit der schönen Fischerin auf dem blauen See dahin. Im Abendrot schimmert das Boot, Lieder klingen von der Höhe am schönen Bodensee. Ein weißer Schwan ziehet den Kahn mit der schönen Fischerin auf dem blauen See dahin. Im Abendrot schimmert das Boot, Lieder klingen von der Höhe am schönen Bodensee. Ein weißer Schwan ziehet den Kahn mit der schönen Fischerin auf dem blauen See dahin. Im Abendrot schimmert das Boot, Lieder klingen von der Höhe am schönen Bodensee. Ich bin auf den Bergen, in Bergen geboren. Und hab durch so lange mein Herz so verloren. Die Bohnen sind so lustig, die Madel noch mehr. Drum fährt mir jetzt mal der Abschied so schwer. Ich bin auf den Bergen, in Bergen geboren. Im Bergen sind lustig und lieblich die Leid. Der jeden, der dort ist, das Leben gefrei. Am Sonntag ist Kirchengang immer der Früh. Nack heißen sie sich beim Tanzen die Schuhe. Im Bergen sind lustig und lieblich die Leid. Drum bin ich und bleib ich de Bergen der Bur. Und wer was da aussieht, noch her macht heute zu.
Hi, y'all. Guten Tag, wie geht's? How is everybody? Well, every time we do a live show, something has changed with Facebook. This time, they had changed our live video to the little lock icon thingy at the top of the screen, and we didn't notice that until about 3 minutes ago. And we weren't sure what to do, how to fix that, since we have to go through our broadcast software. But yay, you can see us. We can kind of see you. So, sorry, we were both ready. Everything was great. I even had a costume malfunction earlier, but managed to change into another one.
Well, no more excuses. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's play a song. Or 2 or 3. We're posting Wurstfest. I mean, I know we're not there, but you're sitting there with your funny hat and a beer in your hand, right? How about the Happy Wanderer? Can we do that first?
Sure.
All right. I love to go wandering on the mountain track, and as I go, I love to sing with my knapsack on my back. How the heat how the heat with my knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream, dances in the sun. So joyfully it calls to me, come join my happy song. How the dee, how the dee, how the dee. Come join my happy song. Play it, Ross. With So it's Friday the 13th. And if we hadn't
Oh, that
had...
explains a lot.
Yeah, that does explain a lot, doesn't
All these glitches.
My costume broke about 15 minutes before the show started, and Facebook acted up again. But we're here, and you're here, and let's Prost To Wurstfest. Because you know in our hearts that's where we all are, right? All those good memories. We should get toasted together.
Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Eins, zwei, drei, super. Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke.
We can't hear you.
Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke.
Hi.
Zicke,
Better.
zacke, zicke, zacke.
Hi.
Prost.
Prost, y'all. Drink it up. Yeah, we should do that. Sorry. My timing's awful. Hey, but Little Dipper's over there drinking out of a vintage Wurstfest pitcher. He said he was thirsty, and it's been a while since we did a show here in the house, and he said he had to
Yeah.
make up for lost time.
That's a Wurstfest picture, I believe, from 1975.
Wow. That thing's almost older than me.
Yeah,
Were you 5 years old when you were drinking out of that?
something like that.
Did you drink Coke out of it, or did you drink beer out of it? No comment.
Well, technically, I probably didn't really drink out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, back then we were more civilized. We would pour it in a cup and drink it. I mean, nowadays we just drink it out of the pitcher. How can you tell how long somebody's been going to Wurstfest? Anyway, we're taking reservations. We are taking reservations, technically. Don't ask.
Boy, I don't know what you're on right now, but
A couple of molasses cookies that I picked up from Nagline's Bakery on Wednesday. Remember we were in New Braunfels this week?
Anyway, we've got couple of special slideshow presentations
we got some slideshows
coming up
to show y'all some old memories from Wurstfest.
from Wurstfest. Good times.
Requests, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Well, I think you said we had a few.
We do have a couple of requests. They're both hard for me to do at the very beginning of the show. Well, maybe beer drinking chicken. You think you can follow along like you did last night?
Well, do you have
Kinda.
a chart for me to
Do
follow?
I don't know. I gave you my chart last night.
Oh. Well,
That's in your book over there, isn't it? It's not in this book.
nope.
Okay, well, I have to go grab that. And Ross can tell you a story about...
Or just start playing.
Just start playing?
Figure it out as
All right,
we go.
you'll figure it out? Okay. So Cheryl requested one of the songs I wrote. Now remember, this is only the second time Ross has played this song. He doesn't have a chart in front of him, so he's having to do the song I wrote with his ear.
I haven't even heard because usually
Usually I
usually
play it-
send me off to go warm up the Alphorn or something when
Yeah.
you're playing this song, so I've not even heard it.
But it's a little song I was inspired to write after watching a chicken take a sip of beer from my friend's hand up at Wahlberg. The chicken is from Bremen, Texas. And before releasing the song, I did check to make sure that it's safe for chickens to drink beer. And yes, in small amounts, it is safe to let your pet chicken.
Well, I mean, it's
Have-
kind of like what they would eat in the wild when they
Yeah, they ferment the vegetables.
there's
and
seeds
they
that
eat
fall
stuff
on the
off
ground,
Yeah.
and you know when they've been on the ground for a little while, they sometimes ferment a little bit, and so
All right. See if I can remember the intro. There's a beer drinking chicken from Bremen, that sleepy Polish Texas town. When she visits a beer garden, she really parties down. She's a beer drinking chicken from Bremen. Now she's world renowned. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen. Sally loves to paint the town. Early in the morning, rooster crows, Sally goes to work. Fresh eggs laid out for the family with a happy cluck, cluck, cluck. Catching bugs and weeding the garden, some time resting in the sun. When the evening comes, it's time to drink, go out and have some fun. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, that sleepy Polish Texas town. When she visits the beer garden, she really parties down. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, now she's world renowned. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, Sally loves to paint the town. Wanna play it, Ross? She hops up to the bar and orders up a drink. She gets it for a peck. Her family and friends all gather round and head out to the deck. There's polka music playing, laughter fills the air. The sun is setting low. She sips her favorite cold bock beer. She really steals the show. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, that sleepy Polish Texas town. When she visits the beer garden, she really parties down. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, now she's world renowned. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, Sally loves to paint the town. She's the beer drinking chicken from Bremen, Sally loves to paint the town. Good job, Ross. It's like the second time you've played it and the second time you've heard it. I think we almost have an arrangement there. Beer drinking chicken from Bremen. Jawohl. Cheryl asked for that one. Cheryl's the one who... No, Cheryl fed the chicken the beer, and then Cheryl asked for the song. But two different Cheryls. I wonder if y'all are both online tonight. Cheryl and Cheryl, yeah.
Not spelled the same.
Well, I have this thing still on. What else should we do that... You know what we like to do at Wurstfest? We like to pound on the tables. And we like to sing beer drinking songs. Is it too early for that? Do y'all think it's too early for the beer medley?
Almost 7:30 at night.
Oh, yeah, I need to take my watch off. No, it's only 7:15. But, we Germans, we have our first beer at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You have to be so precise. I said almost.
I'm half German. I'm half Dutch. We are precise.
Almost 7:30.
Let's do the beer medley a la Das ist lustig. We hope you have a table in front of you that you can pound. And we hope that you have room to schunkel. Everyone knows what schunkeling is. And then, you're going to get toasted again. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
You don't know the song.
I had to remember what the intro is. Okay, I'm ready.
You sure?
Beat head, oh, der Dickballon, ja, beat head, oh, der Dickballon. Soll das Bier in Kette liegen und ich hier ihn mal kriegen. Beat head, oh, der Dickballon. Schinken! Trink, trink, Brüderlein, trink, lass doch die Sorgen zu Haus. Trink, trink, Brüderlein, trink, seh doch die Sterne so aus. Meide, dann kümmere Schmerz, dann ist das Leben ein Scherz. Meide den Kummer und meide den Schmerz, dann ist das Leben ein Scherz. Wer soll das bezahlen? Wer hat das bestellt? Wer hat so viel Pinke, wer hat so viel Geld? Wer soll das bezahlen? Wer hat das bestellt? Wer hat so viel Pinke, wer hat so viel Geld? Hooray for Charlie, he's a real fine guy. Hooray for Charlie, he's a real fine guy. He certainly is a daisy, he drives the girls all crazy. Hooray for Charlie, he's a real fine guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, who's gonna buy the beer? Hooray for Charlie, he's a real fine guy. Hooray for Charlie, he's a real fine guy. He certainly is a daisy, he drives the girls all crazy. Hooray for Charlie, he's a real fine guy. Soll das Bier in Ketten liegen, ohne hier die Nummer kriegen. Bier, oh, Drickballon. Heute blau und morgen blau und übermorgen wieder. Ich bin dein und du bist mein. Und da sind unsere Lieder. Heute blau und morgen blau. Übermorgen wieder. Und wenn wir dann mal nüchtern sind, saufen wir uns wieder. In heaven there is no beer, that's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, all our friends will be drinking all the beer. Hey, Himmel, da gibt's kein Bier, zum Trinken wie es hier. Sind wir nicht mehr hier, dann trinken die anderen so gern. Hey, Bier, Drickballon, ja, Bier, Drickballon. Soll das Bier in Ketten liegen, ohne hier die Nummer kriegen? Bier, Drickballon. I wonder if Stuart's watching. It's time to get toasted again. Ein Prost, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prost, der Gemütlichkeit. 1, 2, 3, Sofa! Drink it down. Don't worry about the ziggy-zaggy. We're all going to walk that way when we leave tonight. Wait a minute. We don't
I
have to
think
go
you're
anywhere
already
tonight.
walking that way.
Shh. Don't
What did
tell
you
them.
put in that mug
Beer?
besides that?
Beer?
I don't believe it.
Well, I told you I had 2 molasses cookies from Neglines.
But those don't have anything in them but sugar.
Sugar.
That shouldn't make you...
Okay, sugar plus beer equals rum. See?
Well, sugar is made into rum.
That's true.
Rum is fermented sugar.
No wonder I
Or
like
molasses.
it so much. I love rum. Well, let me check and see who's out there tonight at Wurstfest with us. Alrighty, baby Chloe is in the house. She's a week old, like an hour ago. Technically an hour ago. She's a week old now. And word on the street is she has already stricken a dance pose. So, of course, tonight we're teaching her some polka lessons.
Well, she struck the disco pose.
She did struck the disco pose. Strike the disco pose. And now she's got to strike the polka pose.
Somehow that doesn't look like the polka pose.
If you're listening to Alex Meixner, that's the polka pose. If you're listening to Dassus Lustig, here's the polka pose. Not much of a pose, is it?
Pose would imply still.
I don't stand still.
I know that.
All right. Let's see. Carl's in the house. My dad is here. Margaret and Dale are here. Right, left, right, left. They are shunkling. Good to know. And pounding on the tables. Patricia Kaiser is here. Teresa in Canada is here. She says it's 8:15 there now. Are y'all 15 minutes ahead of us in Canada, Teresa? Oh, no, wait.
An hour.
Hang on a second. Okay, never mind. Got it. They're an hour ahead. Hey, Trey is in the house. Cheryl is here. Who else is here? Jeffrey, hello. He's pouring a Hefeweizen as we speak. Frank in Connecticut is here. He says, I need a beer. You sure you think, should I have another one? Give me a few songs. All right, Ross, let's play some music. I haven't seen any other requests just yet. But you know what everybody loves at Wurstfest.
Well, actually, there were some requests.
I've played one already, and BB Hindle was the other request.
No, but there was some other ones.
Was there another request?
Yeah.
What was it? Because I don't remember.
You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. That one. That's number one.
So I wonder if Carl has taught the cockatiel to say eucalyptus bonbon.
Have you taught the bird to say eucalyptus bonbon yet? Because the bird says, I'm a pretty bird. And he says quite a few other things too. Such a whistly little guy. Girl, guy. Can't tell with cockatiels.
It's a pretty bird.
It's a pretty bird. Scooter's a pretty bird too, but she's already asleep, I think. She's quiet tonight.
That or she snuck out.
I hope not. We just cleaned.
Seem to recall you having a story about her trying to slip out of her cage.
Okay. Every time we go out of town, I have to take Scooter somewhere to stay. And I usually take her to our friend Marika. And I was driving down Highway 6 and I look over at Scooter and she's crawling out of her cage. She had opened one of the doors and was pushing her way through it. And when I put my hand over there, of course, she came out more. So I had to pull off the road and into a neighborhood so I could put my bird back in her cage. I had the windows down just a little bit too, but only about that much. So I don't think she could have squeezed out a window. But I was visualizing Birdie getting afraid of something and then flying and landing on my feet at the gas pedal or the brake pedal. And, well, you know, those instant nightmares you have, waking nightmares. So yeah, we got her put back away. And the next thing I know, I'm driving down Highway 6, farther down Highway 6, and my bird goes running over to the other side of the cage to look at the car next to us, which was a big 18-wheeler, a dark blue 18-wheeler. And she's looking at it. You know how birds stick their eyeballs up to the cage bars. And I'm like, what is she looking at? So she must just like big trucks. Take off from the light. Stop at another light. That 18-wheeler pulls up next to us. And she does it again. She runs over to the side of the cage again and looks through the bars. And she's like trying to figure out how to get closer to that truck. What is up with my bird and big trucks? So I looked over, down, and out the window, and I see the driver of that truck, and he's just looking down at that bird, and he's grinning and smiling. And I'm like, oh, Lord, my bird has a thing for truck drivers. She did it a couple of weeks ago, too. Yeah, I thought it was a one-time thing, but apparently it's a thing.
Well, there you go.
She's 24. I guess she's old enough to flirt with truckers. Why don't we play After Autobahn? That's a good trucking song. And I think Amanda and Cody like it. It's a good one to teach the baby to polka. How'd you like my kazoo solo in the middle of that? Not. Ross needs another drink after my weirdness. I do too. Prost, y'all. Hey, let's show one of the slideshows we were talking about.
Okay.
We have a whole bunch of memories we want to share with you from Wurstfest, and some of you may find yourselves in some of those memories. And the only reason that all of you are not photographed, I'm like in those memories, is because I couldn't find all the photos I've taken over the years. But we've taken a lot, and a lot of photos I thought I had were probably taken by someone else, and I couldn't find them back, etc. But here we go. And I cannot see the screen very well. I think, oh yeah, that's late at night after a long performance day at Wurstfest. We have Keine Kunst in the house with us. We usually rent a house for several days up there, and all of us stay together, so we have time to rehearse together and talk about our sets. And there we are late at night drinking Kahlua shakes and watching folk dancing. I think our friend Sally B's folk dance group from Orlando, Florida is who we're watching in that video. But we were watching tons of folk dance videos that night. We stayed up till about 2 a.m. just watching folk dance videos. That's what we like to do. All right, there is Andy and Robbie, some friends of ours from Houston, Texas. They're big Alex Meixner fans, and I got to know them at a Brave Combo concert years ago when I taught them how to dance the polka. I think, gosh, back in 2002 or 2003 or something like that, down at Discovery Green. So we see them every year at Wurstfest. Let's see. There is our breakfast table. We like to have a little reunion breakfast on the first Saturday of Wurstfest, and I know for sure that Linda and Jimmy are there, and Margaret and Dale, and Pat and Norton, and Doug and Cheryl, and the Wilsons. I see Jessica and Michael, and
Janice and
yeah,
Dan.
I mentioned them, and Judy and Steve are there, and I think that Cheryl and Doug are there too, but they're probably back towards the other side.
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my parents are also there in that crowd somewhere.
Our tour group.
Yeah, most of those people have gone on tour with us to Europe several times, and we just, I mean, you don't have to tour with us. We just like to get together on Saturday morning, the first Saturday of Wurstfest, and have a nice meal together so we can talk before we get around all that loud music. Of course, the party always starts when we're there.
See, there's the other end.
There's the other end, and that is, I can't see well enough.
Cheryl, Janice, and Dan.
Cheryl, Janice, and Dan. Okay.
And Judy. It's just
And
the
Steve
other
and
side
Judy.
of the table.
The other side of the table, yeah. All right, there is Janice dancing with her granddaughter at one of our sets in Wurstfest. Janice is a friend of ours who cannot hear, and her way of hearing when she's at the festival is to come up and put her hand on the speaker. However, she is an extremely good dancer, and when she comes to our shows, a lot of times she can feel the beat just from the bouncing that we're doing on the stage. She can see what we're doing, and she dances in time with the music. Even though she can't hear it, she feels it, and it's very fun to have her in our audience. There's a picture that Janice took of Ross and I dancing, probably to Squeezebox or Alex Meixner. I'm not sure who was on stage at that moment, but we were out there. I would say cutting a rug. We were on the asphalt, so we were just kind of bouncing around.
Burning up the asphalt.
Burning up the asphalt, yeah. And there's me with John and Deborah. We're just hanging out, having a pitcher of Polliner, most likely, if I remember correctly. That's what we were drinking. Fun times. Doing the Fliegerlied. Janice captured that photo as well. That's our tiger faces. That is Ross and me and Darian and Philip. Do I have his name right? Zach will tell me if I got his name wrong. I think that's his name. They are former students of mine from the folk dance group, and they were going to school at UT in Austin, and they came down to Wurstfest last year. It was really good to see them. They danced with us and everything. Mason and Garrett are both first place winners of the accordion contest from the Texas Folk Life Accordion Kings and Queens contest that happens every year. They have a contest for 21 and younger accordion players. And both of these guys were first place in the polka category. Different years, of course. And now each one plays in several different polka bands here in Texas. Mason will be working with us on Sunday at the Kolache shop, praying the weather is good in time for us to set up. We have to start setting up at 12:30. We start playing at 3 if you want to come out there and see Mason. He plays Czech music. We play German music. Altogether, we are a Czech mix of German folk. So come out and hang out with us on Sunday. And Garrett also plays with several different bands. I can't remember the name of them right now. But they're both out there playing actively. You can find them in Polka Beat and Polka News. Me and Janice. I love that purple hair. She's such a sweetie. Okay, that was right before we did a bell choir. The 3 ladies on stage with us there are Janice. You recognize her. The one in the middle is Anne Marie, and the one to her left, our right, our perspective, is Carla. You can't see Carla's face because of the silly music stand, but those 3 ladies are almost always in our audience every year at Wurstfest, so I invited them all up to play cowbells with me. There is Jessica and Margaret hanging out at Krause's after breakfast, all dressed up and ready to party. There we are holding Zach up after a tiring set. He had plodded for the entire set. Okay, maybe not the whole set, but he definitely danced most of it. We thought it was a good time to take a picture with the kind of Kunst. They've been coming to Wurstfest with us, I think, now for 4 or 5 years, I think. They get the audience involved, and they do a couple of show dances, and they work with us as a team, and we have a really good time working with them. Let's see, that is at a before hours party. That's at Kelly and Darwin's down on the river. They have a sort of it's a raised house, so there's this giant garage area underneath, and that's us hanging out and eating German food and drinking schnapps and having a nice afternoon with friends before we go back to the festival. And there's another photo of us with some friends. I think Sally B is in that one. And Bob and Paula from the Cuckoo's Nest. Jawohl.
Well, that's
I can't see everybody very well.
Alex from the...
And Alex from the Schnitzels and Giggles. Yeah, she's there too. I'm glad you said that. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. There is Lourdes. She is one of the ladies. Wurstfest is one of the few festivals that has bathroom attendants. Every bathroom, at least on the ladies' side, I don't know about the guys, but on the ladies' side, every bathroom is clean no matter what time of day you go in there. There's ladies in there that keep them clean. They also are constantly picking up the garbage off the tables and off the grounds and keeping the grounds clean all day long through the festival. This was in the morning before we started one day, and she saw me and she held her hair up and she said, you're the one with the ponytail. I like you. So I said, can I take my photo with you? And she is just precious. She's there every year. That's Lourdes. And there's Margaret and Dale looking spiffy and ready to go dance at a Wurstfest. Okay, that's a picture that Carl took just this last week. He came up to New Braunfels with my parents to hang out at Krause's on Wednesday night. And they dropped by the Wurstfest grounds so that he could see what it looks like. And he was fascinated with the murals, so he took some photos of of the murals there. You see the man with the alpine horn. We all have kind of a thought in our minds that might be Mike Barker on his Alp horn. But of course, none of the photos really have a person's face on them. They're just general people. But
Some of them might. I don't know.
yeah, they may. If they do, I haven't recognized who's who yet, and that's because, well, I'm not good at that when I look at a painting. And then there's another section of the wall with the kiddos, the Kindertanzer. And there we are back at the beginning, so it's time for more music. Were there any funny hats in any of those pictures? Oh no. We're switching the camera over. There we go. So who at home is wearing their funny hat in honor of Wurstfest today? Anybody? We're going to be doing the hat song here in a few minutes. But not yet. I want to do a cowbell song first. Which one should we do?
What are you set up for?
Right now I'm not set up for anything, so we can pick any song you want. I know that if David and Michelle are watching, they're going to want cowbell. Hi, Rhonda. Nice to see you. Which one would you like to do?
You're the one that has to play it.
I'm the one that has to. Well, yeah, but. Let's do that as a switch stick. I don't know if we've played it in a while.
Blue. No, red. Ah!
Okay, this is the song we named our band after.
What is that, Scooter's bell?
Yes, that is. The Scooter could play with that bell. She probably would wear it on her head. She used to wear drink caps on her head.
I
She
don't
won't
know.
do it
That
anymore.
bell is about the size of her head.
She won't do anything like that when I want her to anymore. She kind of has a mind of her own nowadays. Carl asked if we still had her. Or if we have her yet. Come here, you want to come on camera? Come here. She's such a good baby. She says, yes, of course I'll come on camera, but only for a moment. Somewhere I have a photo of her with, she's laying down on a Wurstfest mug. I can get her to look at the camera. She's busy looking at me. Isn't she cute? She's my good little girl. Come on. Good baby.
Peep.
Beep. There you go.
So,
All right.
it's March time.
It's March time.
Or
Ooh,
polka time.
Sharpshooter?
Yeah.
All right. Carl's second favorite.
Yay.
It was funny. I did that last night while we were at the Sauerkraut Grill, and my mom said, every time you say that, I go, yay! But you can't hear me. That's what she said.
But yes, we can.
Huh? We can?
Well, we have a way of tapping into the mic on the other side.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, yeah.
Not really.
Okay, so some of the requests that have come in.
Not really.
Some of the requests that have come in are for songs we don't normally do.
Uh-oh.
Again. So Ein Tag was one of them.
Okay.
And the other one was...
Well, I think we faked that before.
We did fake that before, and actually I found the words. But I don't have all the words. I only have like one verse.
Well, I just don't remember how the whole thing goes. There's a secondary part to it that I don't...
There is a part we're missing. We need to listen to Terry Cavanaugh play it, because he has a really nice arrangement of it. In fact, Terry Cavanaugh's band plays that one very well. It's one of the ones I like to hear. Anyway, and the other song that was asked for was Cafe Polka.
Okay.
Which is the E-I-E-I-E-I-O, which we still don't have an arrangement for, because, well, Ross has been working on that song he just played for you on and off. No, he says no.
We've had jobs and things to do.
Oh yeah, and that too. Yeah. The touring season has come to an end now, so it's like all of a sudden there's this open space in front of us, and we're thinking we've got the Christmas books out and we've got to start rehearsing. So which one would you like to play first? This is the Stump the Band segment. You know, I do feel that way about Wurstfest, Tomball, Tulsa, every October, Addison, Fort Worth, every festival we get to play where we get to see all of you, that song kind of embodies every nice day we've had at a festival. Even if it's raining and we're all crammed inside of a small space because we can't do what we're normally supposed to do out in the tents or out in the open, or if it's freezing cold and the only people there are the diehards, we're just still, because we're all together, it's something we should celebrate. So, enough of things that make us want to cry. Let's do the hat song.
Oh, I thought you were going to try that other request.
I want to do the hat song first.
Oh, okay.
But I need space first.
Well, you want to scoot that forward?
I have quite the chaotic wardrobe of hats. And I need to put them all where I can grab them.
Boy, there's something wrong going on there.
What?
Oh, I'll mention it maybe when we get closer to it.
Is this even on right? I think I have it on backwards. I do have it on right. Okay. Last time I wore it, I was drinking some of the things that are attached to the top of it. I'm going to give you a close-up here of this hat. I drank all that. You going to tell them, Ross?
Well, you drank all of it. What do you want me to... Not necessarily all at once, but...
And you know the tabs on the braids here? Those are the exact beer tabs from the Warsteiner cans that we consumed on Lufthansa coming home in 2011, and when we wrote Margarita Berg's words. Yes, that's when that happened. Those tabs right there.
Well, and then there's the badge that you kind of bribed off of the
oh yeah
waiter at
I asked him if I could have
Oktoberfest in Munich.
His badge at Oktoberfest in Munich, and he said €10, and I said sold. So, and everybody else in the group started buying the badges off of all the guys in the. I think Diana has one too. Yeah, we had fun that day. Okay, so we're it's a tradition at Wurstfest to wear your hats, all your funny hats. So I have a collection of silly hats, and we're gonna sing the hat song for you. What?
We haven't done this in a long time. I don't remember what key you sing it in.
I don't know what key I sing it in either. Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken, 1, 2, 3. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, 1, 2, 3, dann wär es nicht mein Hut. Mein Hut, der hat a whole bunch of bottle tops. A whole bunch of bottle tops. Hat mein Hut. I drank most of it all by myself. I think I shared this one with somebody else. The rest of it was all me. Mein Hut. Mein Hut, der hat ein Chicken. Ein Chicken hat mein Hut. Und nicht kein Chicken. Dann wär es nicht mein Hut. Mein Hut, der hat ein Horns. Ein Horns hat mein Hut, der Lodi, und hat nicht ein Horns. Mein Hoot. You know what's funny
3
about
points.
these is, yeah, you can throw stuff at it and play ring toss. But never mind. Mein Hoot, der hat ein little birdie from Alice in Wonderland. I think that's where it came from. It's like the little bird pencil things on Alice in Wonderland. When you see the Cheshire Cat smile and the, isn't he cute?
Let's go into the birds.
Mein Hoot. Mein Hut, der ist ein Sombrero. The sombrero has no corners. And if it had some corners, then it would look like this. Ross is looking at me like, what are you singing? How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. How much is that beer stein in the window? The one with the beer up to here. How much is that beer stein in the window? I do hope to drink all that beer.
That's a Kinder beer.
Have you ever been to the park when you see the ducks in the pond and one of them flips over to get something to eat off the ground and it's like, you see this? Yeah. I think that's just adorable, don't you?
And I thought it was a decapitated duck butt.
Mein Hut, der hat Dreiecken, 1, 2, 3. Dreiecken hat mein Hut. Und hat er nicht Dreiecken, 1, 2, 3. Dann wäre es nicht mein Hut. Dankeschön. Aber ja. Is my hair all messy now?
Disheveled.
Just very disheveled. All right. So we had some other requests. What were they, Ross?
So we only have one real 3-cornered hat.
We do. It's right here. Our friend Dennis Heckathorn gave that to us. My Prost gel button came off of it. All right. That's another wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, the hat?
Yeah, the pin popped off because I picked it up from the wrong side. Okay, enough fooling around. Let's play some real music. E-I-O. 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 E-I-E-I-O. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. E-I-O. E-I-E-I-O. Please bring us some beer now. I'd really like some beer now. Or maybe some schnapps. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Sing along. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. 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 E-I-O. E-I-E-I-O. Yodelady-yodelady-yodelady-o. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. E-I-O. E-I-E-I-O. Hey! Oh, but yeah. I love that song. It's so much fun. So we're drinking out of our collectible Wurstfest steins. This is from 2008 when...
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, this is new. Well, relatively. I mean, if it's from 2010, it's newer than...
Well, this one's from 1985.
And that wasn't your first Wurstfest, was it? Is that the year that you won beer tickets for the accordion contest, though? He's not talking.
I know nothing.
So take a look at the mug.
Hold on.
You gonna bring yours up?
Well, just talk to the folks for a little bit.
Yes. Oh yeah. Since you have the accordion off. Okay. I think. Are you gonna bring your mug up? Oh, he's going to get something. What is he going to get? Ah, a spotlight. You are about to be dazzled.
Well, I don't know
An
if this will
antique mug. Oh my
work
gosh.
on camera or not.
Things-
It actually probably makes it worse.
Things from the 80s.
What does it look like on your side there?
On my side, it's not here yet. There's a delay, so I don't see it yet. Oh, yeah, it kind of... Okay, yeah, far away works.
Well, my arm is only so long that I can do that.
If you can turn the mug just a little bit more, they can see that other side, the dark side of the moon. Ooh, that's much better. Yeah.
Something like that.
So that's from 1985. They were still made in Germany at that time. And he has another one. It's high up on the shelf up there. And then I think I'm the one that got this one in 2008. Because I thought the dancing steins were just really cute. Bring
it up where they can see it.
Okay, you got the light?
How's that? You can see in the camera, in the screen.
On this screen it looks okay. I don't know what it looks like on the other one.
All right.
Yeah, we could use the spotlight by the computer. I know. No more mess in the living room. Speaking of the mess in the living room, we are...
Problem is if we put a light over there by this camera, it screws with the rest of the shot.
Oh. Well,
when we're over here, it messes it up.
The flashlight worked pretty good. But anyway, what I was getting at is we're gonna do one more broadcast this year, at least one more planned broadcast this year. We're planning it for Friday, December 11th, in honor of Tom Ball's German Christmas Market. David Bolt he said on here, I'm predicting. David, you were right. We are planning a show that night. However, we're hoping to do it on location. We're hoping to do it out in Tomball somewhere. We're working those logistics out right now because not only will we have to set up all of our normal equipment to be heard in the venue for the
we
people
have to
who are
set
there
up
in the
all the
studio
video
audience,
equipment.
we also have to set up the video equipment and run the sound from the board
And
into
we have
the
to make
camera.
sure that we have a good direct network connection.
And we have, so there's a lot of things. We'll be taking some of this stuff out there next week to maybe test it out and have a meeting with them and find out logistically where we can put everything without taking up too many tables, because with social distancing, we don't want to cost them a single customer. But we also want to be able to bring something fun and festive. And we want to celebrate Tomball somewhere other than in our living room. And of course, those of you who are local, if this does work out and we're able to do it on location out there and Harris County doesn't shut us down, it would be awesome to have you in our studio audience. So that's what we're planning for December. We don't know what to expect for January yet. I'm not complaining, but our living room has not really been a living room for about 9 months. And we really are eager to get the tape off of the floor and put the microphone stands away and set it up for Thanksgiving and Christmas and kind of have a house for a couple of months before we go back to having a studio.
Problem is
in
we
our
don't
home.
have a separate space where we could have a studio.
This is where we live.
This is where we live.
So it's been, I mean, it's been a blessing to do this year, and we're thankful for the technology that makes it possible for us to bring you live music through your computer screen. But on the other hand, it's been difficult on us because when we're home, we don't feel like we're at home. We feel like we're kind of closed in this space with wires and tape all over the floor. And well, it's kind of chaotic. So anyway, hopefully in December we'll have a Christmas show for you. Of course, if we can't do something on location, we will be here in the Lustig house. And we'll do what we can with the space we have available in between all of our decorations. But our commitment to you is to bring you a show on Friday the 11th of December for Christmas. So, and you know what? New Year's Eve is open. The Saturdays in December are open. We're selling private parties again, just like we did back in Oktoberfest. If you have a 2 or 3 car garage where you can have a door open so there's fresh air, but we're kind of we're a little bit shielded from all the cold. Invite us over to play Christmas music for your parties. We have right now Saturdays in December are open, and so is New Year's Eve. And we are not opposed to coming out and playing an event for you. So just give us a call if you're interested, and we'll talk about pricing and negotiate all the crazy terms. And we want to make sure that it's safe for everybody, for you and for us, and for your guests. So, all right, let's play some more.
We got a second slideshow.
We do have a second slideshow. Should we do it now, or should we play a song and then do it? What do you think?
Well,
let's do the slideshow. Okay. And then after the slideshow,
because I'm looking at
the time.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh yeah. Okay.
We have to. Got a lot to squeeze in.
I get long-winded. All right, more pictures coming. And as we were saying, those who come out and party in the cold, it was cold that day. I think the high temperature that day was like 50 degrees or something. Everybody came all wrapped up in their Eskimo gear. And but the good thing about that weather, your beer never gets warm.
Well, the ironic thing, I don't know if they can hear me. But
I don't know if they can hear you either, so come over to the mic.
But the ironic thing about that day was that evening, several of our band friends that are from northern regions of the U.S. were complaining about how bitter cold it was. And we're like, you're from up there, you should know what cold is like and be adjusted to it. And
we don't even get snow. We just get cold.
So apparently even our cold is different.
Yeah. So there we are with Mike and Diana and Doug and Cheryl and my parents, and I can't see who else is back there. There's a whole bunch of us sitting at that table, just enjoying our time together. We're probably watching Terry Kavanaugh or the Chardon Polka Band, because we've been back to back with them at the Stelzenplatz for several years. That's a fun venue down there.
And that is the
brand new Marktplatz. The new area where they had the fire last year, right after the festival was over.
This is the rebuild.
This is the rebuild, and if you look closely, kind of at the eave there that's pointing upwards, inside that eave, it appears to have a W, and I think that's intentional. I think they could have done those. What do they call those? Rafters, girders? What do they call that? That iron stuff that holds up roofs. They could have done that any different way, but they chose a W pattern for Wurstfest. That's my friend Brian Feltner. We've known each other since... This is about the 10th time today that Texas Folklife Festival has come up in conversation. We met there, I think. He was playing with Ed Kadlachek's Bavarian Village Band, who was from New Braunfels. And we were all teenagers back then, and we started running together back then, and we still
And now he's an Opa.
we're still good buddies. And yeah, and he earned his red vest. There he is. He had a band last year. Was it the Opas? What was the name of it? The Young Opas? They play like a fusion of traditional German polkas, and then they also do a lot of fun rock and roll party tunes. They're a good band. It's a lot of Opas in the band. And they're very good musicians. Speaking of the other Opas, there is David and...
I think that's Lance.
Is that Lance? I'm not sure. Y'all correct me if we're wrong. Can't read the name tag, and I'm awful with names. But that was last year, and we were all in there in the Stelzen Platz, the dance hall upstairs, and we were watching...
Stelzen House.
Stelzen House. Sorry.
Stelzen Platz is the
Platz is
place.
downstairs. House is upstairs. And I think we were watching Matt Tolentino and the Royal Klobosniks. And that is Opa Michael? Or is that... I can't see.
That's one of the wonderful Opas that was helping us transport our gear.
Yes. The Opas do a lot more than just show up in the red vests. They are there hours before opening and hours after closing to make sure that the entertainers can get all of our junk from the parking lot into the storage area, from the storage area to the stage, back and forth, and on and off the stage once we have it all set up when we're there. We're backstage for 2 hours setting up, and then the Opas help us get it on the stage in 5 minutes. They're a fun bunch of guys. There we go. Lance and David came to Krause's the other night, Wednesday night, for Veterans Day, and we had a good time visiting with them for just a moment. They said their wives let them out for one beer, so they got the biggest beer they could have. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yeah, there is a tent full of people doing Prost with us last year in the little tent. I think the little baby in the middle of the floor is Margaret and Dale's granddaughter. Is that her in the red dress? So cute. That is Lexi, Philip, and Zach prosting with us. One of our shows. There's Ray Grimm. He plays tuba with the Tuba Meisters. And he's played with us a few times as well when we had to get a tuba player to fill in for Carrie when Carrie wasn't available. There's another picture of the mural. And another picture of the mural.
And there is me playing Alphorn on the...
Breaking the rules, standing on the table in the beer garden playing the Alpine horn. But that's a Saturday afternoon crowd in the Stelzenplatz, and what fun. You can see why we really love Wurstfest so much. Everybody walks through the gate. They're just, they know what they're going to see. They know that it's going to be about eating sausages and drinking beer and dancing the polka and listening to folk music, and they come in ready to do that. Sad face. No Wurstfest this year.
Well, it looks like you're missing...
My horns fell over. I was that sad.
The little one is missing. The spike is missing.
Oh, is the spike missing? I must have found it back. Either that or I borrowed somebody else's hat and then got my own. Who knows? That's an old photo. That's Sally. Sally in Orlando. And Cheryl and Diana and myself. What are we doing? Drinking together, I'm sure. Getting into mischief. We're always looking for a prank to play on someone at Wurstfest. There's another Opa. Opa! I wish I could read their name tags from here, but I can't. And I'm horrible with names. Again, I apologize for that. There we are hanging out with the Wahlberg boys, at least Ronnie and Michelle and Dina.
One of the Wahlberg boys.
One of the Wahlberg boys, yeah.
And then Michelle and Dana.
Yeah, Dina. Yeah. Dina is Manfred's wife from Alpenmusikanten. We've had lots of fun together. There's Keine Kunst with us on the stage again. Getting the crowd riled up. And they were doing a march through the Stelzenplatz. Yeah. You can't social distance when you're marching, but that's okay because we didn't need to last year in November. And hopefully we won't need to again next year in November. By then we should have a vaccine and we can get back to life. So much fun. If you go home from Wurstfest without smelling like beer, you didn't do it right. Because either you were drinking it yourself or someone spilled some on you. That is a tradition. I mean, you don't go out and purposely like get covered in beer. It just happens. There we are, back in the cold. All right. Let's do another song. What should it be? I mean, I know what I would like it to be.
Speaking of marches.
Oh, it's going to be a march.
Possibly even the one that we were playing when that photo was taken.
That would be Wien bleibt Wien or Under the Double Eagle. So it was one of those two. I'm
right.
Sure.
All right.
You know what song I want to do?
What?
I want to do the Beer Barrel Polka. You know why?
Why is that?
Because remember a couple of years ago at Wurstfest, I a lot of times at Wurstfest, because we're there for the whole 10 days, I'll write a list of songs that I've heard, and then I'll put tick marks next to it, which songs I hear the most often at Wurstfest. Chicken Dance, 400. Sweet Caroline, 300. Beer Barrel Polka, not as many as Sweet Caroline. And actually, there was one Wurstfest a couple of years ago that I hadn't heard the Beer Barrel. We were like on the second Saturday, and I had yet to hear the Beer Barrel Polka. Now, that doesn't mean it hadn't been played. It just meant that all the bands I went to see, for somehow, it didn't make it into their sets while we were there. But I had heard Sweet Caroline like 15 times. And when I said something about that on the microphone, and we said something about playing Sweet Caroline, the audience went, boo! So we played Beer Barrel Polka. It is still the most famous song at Wurstfest. There's a garden, what a garden, only happy faces bloom there. There's never any room there for worries or in there. There's music and there's dancing and a lot of sweet romancing. When they play the polka, they all did in the swing. Aber heute Nacht gehst du hin, wir haben ja den Café. Ich zeig dir einfach, wo sie hin und sage, wie verliebt ich bin. Was sie dann noch meint, ist mir's egal. Ich bleib nicht aufeinander mal. Ich nehm sie einfach in den Arm und sag daher mit meinem Charme. Hey! Schenk mir dein Herz und sag ja. Frag doch, wie das die Mama. Glaub mir, dass ich bin dir treu. Diese Stunde Rosenmunde, mein Herz gerade in der Pull out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel, 'cause we got the blues on the run. Sing, boom, Ferrera, ring out the song of cheer. Now's the time to roll the barrel, for the gang's all here. Shake it off! Got the blues on the run. Sing, boom, Ferrera, ring out the mug of the beer. Now's the time to roll the barrel, for the game's all here. Hey! I bet ya. Well, Ross, should you go grab the Alpine horn? And we still have a request for BB Hindle. And Phil is here tonight, and he would like to see xylophone. So
Okay, well, we probably need to get those in and
we should
wrap it up here.
We should. What time is it? I'm having so much fun. I'm not even looking at.
I understand, but you don't have to get up early to do sound at church.
tomorrow's Saturday. Are you going up there
Oh,
tomorrow too?
sorry. I got my days.
Yay! We can party. I mean, it's only
I've got my days mixed up.
It's only 8:30. We can still go for a little while. Y'all agree? I mean, if y'all are tired, we can watch Star Trek, but I'd rather be playing music for y'all. Cheryl says, "How long can you go?" All night. Do you need time to warm up? All right. Sounds like I have time to talk to y'all and sing for y'all. So while Ross is warming up that alpine horn, just get my picks on and grab my auto harp. And I kind of noticed that it's still warm outside. Like down here in Houston, Texas, this week, today, 80 something. It's kind of warm outside. So I'm going to play my Gershwin for you. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. Little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You'll spread your wings and take to the sky. Until that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by your side. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. I can't believe it's November 13th and we still have the air conditioning on. Yes.
There's just not enough room.
13-foot alpine horn. Is it 13 feet?
It's the short one.
Oh, it's the short one, so it's 12 feet. All right. So what are you playing for us tonight? Jägerruf?
Yeah.
All right. Ross needs some Jägermeister.
Wow.
So Cheryl wanted to know how long you could go. How long can you go? Oh, you're not going to. Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know what to understand.
Like, how long can you play one of those notes?
Depends on the note.
Oh, it depends on the note. Well, let's just put it this way. I got the dirty look because earlier today when he was warming up the horn, he kept... there's something in the air in Houston that makes him cough when he puts the pressure on the horn to play a song. So, yeah, holding out a long note might not work out so well.
It's all I can do to keep from coughing while I got the stupid horn on.
I don't, that doesn't happen when we're out of town. Every time we leave Houston, those issues go away. All right.
Solution, leave Houston.
We should leave Houston. I don't want to leave Houston. Our families are here. Let's do Bibi Hindle as requested. Cheryl, what is
Well,
it with you and
technically,
chicken
part of our
songs?
family is Houston. The other half is out of Houston.
Yeah, that's true. Sealy area. Yeah.
So,
But I mean, if you took drew like a dot where we are and a circle around the radius from the center of the circle out to where all of our family members are, they would either be at the edge of the circle or inside of it. If you took from where we are right here on our southwest side.
I think you need to look at a map again.
I've had enough beer to visualize whatever I want, so let's do Bibi Handel.
Bin auf die Eilen aufgegangen, haben's mal wollen, Bibi Händel fangen. Mon Bibi Händel, gell, Bibi, gell, mon Bibi Händel, jetzt du's die. Bei die Bin, min Bord auskennen, haben's mal wollen, bei Bibi Händel nehmen, gell, mon Bibi Händel, gell, Bibi, gell, mon Bibi Händel, jetzt du's die. Hello, diddly, hello, diddly, hello, diddly, hello. Händel ist am Herd aufgesprungen, hat sie seine statt eine Lampe. Tschüss, mein liebe Händel, komm, mein Baby Händel, gell, Baby, gell, mein Baby Händel, jetzt tut's die. Hello, diddly, hello, diddly, hello, diddly, hello.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Well, it's time for that xylophone.
You want to do xylophone now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't want to sing one while I had the auto harp strapped on? No? Okay. You must be having vocal issues today. It happens. All right. This is for Phil and Corpus Christi. And my parents, I'm sure. If Phil didn't ask for it, my parents would have. Which one are we going to play?
I don't know. You're the one that has to play it.
I'm the one that has to play it.
You don't know that one.
That's all I know. Oh, all right. I guess we'll do, the one that is most requested at Wurstfest is Circus Rats.
All right.
So let's do that one. Ready?
Circus rinse. So how do you rinse a circus?
You start with the elephants because they're the biggest. Squirt them off, and then you go to the lions, but they don't like water. So, oh wait, lions. Do lions like water?
I don't know. You don't want to find out the hard way.
Don't rinse the clowns. Their makeup will fade. I need more beer. Well, y'all, we got claps online.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for another I'm Prost.
Are we going to get toasted together? One more time
It's
for
going to be about time
Wurstfest.
for a refill.
Yeah, the refill that's in the refrigerator.
Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Eins, zwei, drei, super! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke!
Hi, hi, hi!
Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke!
Hi, hi, hi!
Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke!
I can hear you!
Prost!
Prost, y'all. Clink and drink. Ja, wo das ist lustig coming von, where das ist lustig coming from the Lustig House in Houston, Texas. As you, what are you doing? You're taking the accordion off. Oh, yeah, I guess we are finished.
Well,
Anyway.
somebody has to work the camera.
Oh yeah, there's that part. This is Ross over here doing all the accordion and sound and alpine horn and some of the singing and keeping me in line. I'm Valina. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, we'll be back here online live on somewhere, hopefully, actually on location somewhere on December 11th. That's a Friday also. You can also find us at the Sauerkraut Grill in Richmond, Texas. Ross will be by himself at Rudy Lechner's restaurant on Friday, November 20th. That's next week. And he'll also be in there on one Friday in December. We don't know which one yet because I'm still working on December's calendar for Rudy's. That's one of the many things I do behind the scenes this year as a complete volunteer. But anyway, we hope to see you guys out in public soon. We'll be at Krause's again on Wednesday the 2nd and Wednesday the 16th. Playing our Christmas show there as well. So let us know if you need us for anything, and we hope to see you somewhere soon. Prost, y'all. Tschüss.
Cheers.